kombucha. That's what I'm reviewing today. Actually, I went to go see Barbie, like Friday, the week before now. I had a really good time. My favorite part was people watching. I really liked seeing all the people dressed in pink, just belligerently drunk, yelling at the screen, screaming in excitement. The girl to my left was sobbing in joy for the last 30 minutes of the movie. You could tell that this movie meant a lot of things to a lot of different people. It wasn't the movie I wanted it to be. I did play with Barbies as a kid. I do have like a strong association with Barbies just because of my childhood, as do most girls. But it wasn't for me. But I respect the fact that the movie exists because it clearly made so many people happy. I think it was an issue that they never introduced the fact that Ken is actually Barbie's sister. So it would have been kind of cool if they had made it sort of a Star Wars thing. I don't know if I'm making that reference right. I've never actually seen Star Wars. But yeah, I think like there's like a dude in it that turns out to be somebody's brother, and it's like a love interest kind of situation. They could have done the same thing with Barbie, in my personal opinion. What else to say about Barbie? I don't know, man. It was a fun movie. It feels like I was way too excited for it because I watched the trailer repeatedly over and over again. So every moment that was supposed to feel like an Easter egg or like a grand reveal, a big moment in the plot, or like a particularly funny moment, I spoiled that for myself by just watching the trailer over and over again to hype myself up about the movie, which makes me sad. I feel like that's not an issue with the movie, though. That's more like an issue where we design trailers to get people in seats in theaters, because I feel like the trailer did not serve my interest as a person who wanted to see the movie, because like you could have like not spoiled some things for me, like funny moments, and like it would have been cool to like not know about Weird Barbie, or to not know how cool Kate McKinnon was in that role. Yeah. I feel like the trailer spoiled it quite a bit. One thing that I really did like was the Ken on Ken battle of the beach. They were just beaching so hard. I really want a shirt that says I am Kenuff. Yeah, I cannot express how much I loved the Ken battle. That was quite good. Everything else about the movie felt really slow. I strongly disliked how the movie had like a weird mother-daughter relationship that I wasn't super into. Maybe it's because I don't really relate to the concept of having a mother. My mom's dead. Anyway, let me back up here. So, in another millennial movie about mother-daughter relationships called Everything Everywhere All at Once, one of the main characters, the main character of the film, is a mom who needs to work past her bullshit in order to reconnect with her daughter. And it's kind of like a story about getting your daughter to forgive you for the mistakes you've made in the relationship and learning to connect with her again after you've kind of like ruined your relationship with her. And that was the thing I really liked about Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I feel like whatever they were doing with the mother-daughter relationship in Barbie, the movie, was kind of like the opposite of what happened in Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was kind of like they it was kind of like they took it was kind of like they took the cool concept of a mother-daughter relationship and like made it dumb and boring. Like, oh, like my daughter needs to get over her bullshit and reconnect with me. And that's what happens is like the tween child learns to like forgive her mom for being weird and playing with Barbies and reconnects with her mom. And I kind of was just like, the fuck are we doing here? You know, like, I strongly disliked that aspect of the movie. The mother-daughter relationship growth felt like it was in the wrong direction. I really feel like the mom should have reconnected with the daughter because, in my opinion, moms are the people who are responsible for doing adult stuff, like connecting with their children. It just seems like that's on you, honey. Like you actually need to fix the relationship with your daughter, not like your daughter does not owe it to you to connect with you. That's actually like a thing that you need to do. Anyway, that's just neither here nor there. The thing I liked the most about this movie was a line said by Barbie. I could probably look up a direct quote for this, but it's fine. You can do that yourself if you care enough. But she says something that I will paraphrase. It's along the lines of, Barbie's not a real woman. She is a representation of a woman. Yet she, like a woman, is held to impossible standards. And if a representation of a woman is held to impossible standards, what does that say about the standards that real women are held to? And I think that this quote, this moment in the film, really summarizes my opinion about the movie, because the movie wasn't everything I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be gayer. I wanted it to recognize other kinds of gender besides men and women. Obviously, my girlfriend is non-binary. There's a non-binary flag in the background. You can see all their plants back there. I recognize the existence of other genders, obviously. It's kind of just like, it would have been great to me to have a different kind of film. However, asking that of a Barbie film is putting an undue request, right? Because Barbie means so many different things to so many different people, quite like the word woman means so many different things to so many different people. If some conservative asshole ever came to me on the street and was like, I'm going to interview you really quick and ask you a question. What is a woman? My answer would be to grab the microphone, and before punching him in the face, I would say, a woman is whoever the fuck she wants to be, right? This is the actual answer to the question. And so to really explain what I mean here is that a woman is whoever the fuck she wants to be is another way of saying that a woman is not going to be your kind of woman for every single you out there. Like, there is no woman who's going to satisfy all needs, all representations of womanhood that exist in our culture. And I think that the same thing holds true for Barbie. Like the standards that are held up for motherhood and being a wife and what it means to do cooking and cleaning and caring for children, but also being a career woman, but also like standing up for yourself, but like, you know, don't push back too hard against the patriarchy, because then you're kind of like, you know, an angry, mean person. And all the, you know, traditional things that people say about feminism, right? And the fact that it's so hard and ridiculous to have these expectations put on us to be every type of woman all at once. And I think that line in the film about Barbie having all of these expectations put on her is as just like a representation of womanhood, of a woman, a single woman. It's also representative of the film, right? Like, why are we saying that this film has to be everything to everyone all the time? Like, yeah, I was let down by the film. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't as gender inclusive, especially towards gay men, as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be gayer. I wanted her to kiss the weird Barbie. Like, everyone knows Barbie's gay. Like, what the fuck? I wanted so many things from the film that just didn't happen. And I think that the line about the film really solidified my perspective on that, because, you know, as the film progresses from that moment, this girl to my left, who's sitting right to my left, directly next to me, is sobbing. And you know, every once in a while, she says to the screen, "That's right," or like she repeats the line back to the screen, and I can hear every word of it because I'm sitting right next to her. And I think that the film was what she needed to see. Barbie was made for her. And this particular Barbie does not have to be made for me in order for it to be a meaningful film, an enjoyable film, and for it to just exist on its own terms. You know, like, it doesn't have to be everything to everyone. And there's other people who have problems with the film that they could probably articulate better than me, but I've taken a gander at the discourse, and yeah, like everything that people have been saying about not liking the Barbie film, you know, no, I think I mostly agree, but I also feel very strongly about the fact that this movie meant a lot to a lot of people, in particular the person I was sitting next to that I didn't even know, just a random girl in a movie theater who had just maybe come in by herself. Like, I'm not quite sure. Maybe she was with friends, but this film was for her, and I think that's fair. Here's one more thing I'll say about the film before I go. It was kind of like a fun thought experiment. I don't know if this is like fucked up to like suggest, but the concept of Barbie becoming real, like leaving Barbie world and becoming a human, and then going to her first gynecology appointment as a woman, whereas before her genitalia had literally been completely different. And so even in the story, she was considered not a real woman, but now she is a real woman. I was just like, Barbie is a trans woman. And that was like a fun little idea I had when I left the theater. I was just like, this is actually like, this would have been, here's like another thing that they could have done with the film to like make, to like do something with that statement and be like, what does it mean if like Barbie is a trans woman? Like, she used to be a concept, right? Like, she wasn't real. She was just an idea, but now she's real. She is a human. And she has gender that is recognized by a medical establishment. And I just thought that was an interesting concept that occurred to me. I don't really have like a fully fleshed out idea of what that is. I wish it had been explored in the film, instead of just sort of like not even addressed at all. I do wish that the story had been less about resolving tension between Barbie and Ken, because I don't think there's ever been tension between Barbie and Ken, because Ken is just Barbie's sister, and Ken is just Barbie's brother, and like he's the sidekick, but like, and people mistake him for Barbie's boyfriend all the time, but like, no, the real tension is the crux of the film, which is like all these pressures placed upon Barbie to be perfect. Perfect for feminists, perfect for children, perfect for adults. Like, why does she have to be everything to everyone all the time? And I think that was such a good message about what it means to be a woman, and the undue pressures societally that are placed upon women. And that was so wonderful. And I feel like it was taken away by the Ken Barbie conflict. I think that the story could have occurred without the Ken Barbie conflict. Like, we could have still had the Ken on Ken battle, Ken on Ken fight scenes, just like without this weird conflict between Barbie and Ken. Like, I felt like it was kind of silly, especially since like if Barbie as a concept exists in Barbie world, Barbie land, I don't remember the name of Barbie country, but like if she exists as a concept, then wouldn't it be a more feminist concept, as in like the world is equal, and then when she gets to the real world, she's stunned by the fact that patriarchy still exists. Like, I thought the whole idea was that Barbie solved patriarchy. Like, like the whole concept of like the Barbie subjugation of Ken's breaks down when you think about like the concept of what feminism really means. Anyway, it's just there's just like lots of little problems I have with the film, but overall the heart of the film was good. It was a little gender essentialist. I think they could have been creative and done some trans and gender bending, gender non-conforming stuff, but of course they didn't. And that's okay, because not all Barbie films have to be everything to Barbie lovers everywhere. That is my take on this film. Hope you liked my stupid Barbie outfit, because I don't. I'm fucking taking this off and never gonna watch this video. So, thank you for your time.